Let's give this a second try. Give this a second try. We might have some wed dips, but shouldn't disconnect at this point. So, okay. So let's try this all again. So. I want to talk about a little theory crafting right now. So, and there it goes back in the wind. Damn it. Cable milk is a pretty common one, so that's kind of surprising. Anyway, though. Okay, so theory crafting. So, right now we're seeing the twin sisters' point of view of basically the events of Chapter 2 for the most part. A few minor things, very different, but overall it's pretty much a lot of the same similar things. Now, at the point where I'm at in the story, it explains where the grandma was in Chapter 2. Because that was something I did wonder in Chapter 2, with each leader of each of the families vanishing. I thought the grandma would be next. It was never addressed, but she never appeared either, so I wasn't sure if it was a case of she wasn't important, she did vanish, nobody mentioned her at the time, or that it could be the possibility she was dead and, you know, they were doing the whole, oh, she's still alive, and the grand leader and the great, kind of thing that you see in a few, like, political type plot type things, where they keep their iconic leader alive through memory and not really showing the person anymore. Similar to a certain DS game I played before. A certain JRPG, but that's all different kids. Anyway, so it explains where the grandma is, so that could be very well what happens to her in Chapter 2. But the problem I had at the time of playing yesterday's extra stream was it doesn't make sense with the sisters, though, because the twin sister was in the cell, and Mion, the normal sister, was busy torturing us to fucking death in the ending. So, similar to Chapter 2, you know, at that point the game was all way really fucked up when we were in Chapter 2, and the whole, like, faking being a twin sister thing was going on in our head of that. And I mentioned a few times, considering how fucked up this game is, I wouldn't be super surprised if the game just pulled the rug and said, like, oh, she actually is a real person. The game did that. And I was just like, ha, ha, ha. So, you know, the most logical way I could see the two twin sisters being swapped to the situation of Chapter 2 would be simply just she opens the cell and the other one pulls her in and then swaps. That like the most normal way. Of course, this is a pretty fucked up storyline, so I had to think, what is the most fucked up way that could happen? And I slowly started to think more and more and more, and while I was debating and throwing theories and stuff, something came up when debating about with my friend. So, she's mad that, you know, the person she, like, we've clearly established after the Demon Away of the previous year that she is obsessively still in love with this guy. She loves it. And it's very clear at this point she is basically thrown caution to the wind. She's going to avenge him. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, her grandma's dead. Might as well just go all out. Fucking kill everyone associated with the course and his demon away. Who gives a fuck? Like, he's gone. What made her happy is gone. She don't have anything she cares about anymore in the world. So, what if? Because she always thought something really evil. I mean, she's done a bunch of bad things that have really dramatically changed my opinion of her character from 2 to 5. But, like, during the warehouse scene, she, like, you know, looked at the main character and was like, you know, I should, like, bring him along and see how my sister likes her love interest being demoned away or something, you know. And then, like, what if a swap never happened? Because, I mean, when you think about the whole, you know, faking to be each other thing, they did it in Chapter 2, so who's to say they couldn't do it again? Like, at first I thought it didn't make sense. Like, why would the twin sister kill you? Or try to kill you? But when I thought about it, I'd have to literally go back and check. But when the three of them were in the torture chamber in front of the cell, and he was under the impression he was going to let her go and not be tortured to death, I don't think anyone actually really mentioned anyone's name when they were in front of each other, though. Like, he started referring to her name once he was, on the torture table and getting ready to get tortured. So, what if she goes so far on vengeance that it's not even just her family? Like, she's willing to hurt other people. Like, it could be the twin sister was trying to torture us to torture her sister. Because when you remember some of the lines, she was making a lot of references of wanting her to suffer. Now, you might be like, well, why fake being your former friend of that? Well, when you think about it, by going with that angle, you could cause more hatred, She obviously loves the MC, so if she made the MC hate her by pretending to be her, what more extra suffering could you possibly get from it, right? So I think we're gonna slowly watch her dip into madness. Anyway, with that, I'm sorry about the long monologue there. So let's go ahead and just tap in and see what fucked up shit. So it should be a fresh new morning, going to school, living as our sister. Oh man. Baseball. Yeah, she is really obsessed with him. See, and it's really sad in a way, because, I don't want to, forget about him and that, but, it seemed like she generally liked the MC as well, but, looking into her thoughts, during this, really show that, yeah, certainly there's a lot more going on here. So it's shit. I like trying to solve it. Now, of course, if any of that is the case, we have to bring up why does it matter? Also, we gotta keep in mind it's chapter 5, so we still have 6, 7, 8. We got 3 more chapters to go through. So I don't think we would just be revealed the mastermind of everything. I mean, the first thing, she does not know who is causing the cause. Unless we have a heavy rain situation going on here. Not to go into what I'm referring to directly, let's just say there are some inner monologues that aren't necessarily the truth in heavy rain, and leave it at that. But unless we're going down that kind of route, I'd say it's safe to believe that she does not know who's causing the cause. Which, if that's the case, we obviously still don't know. We don't know who's causing the cause. A dream is a dream. I don't know. I mean, like, assuming, like I said, we can believe her inner thoughts and not having a heavy Wayne situation, it doesn't solve what the course is exactly still. We might get something about the course, but if we go on the aspect that she swaps with her sister, and if we also have to think, does that happen in every chapter, that can really introduce a lot of oddity. You know, I actually learned something recent about Heavy Wayne. Apparently, the director's cut version of Heavy Wayne has the DLC on the disc, which I was not aware of. So I need to actually look into that, because I never played the DLC. I did not know there was a version with the DLC, because the PS4 version doesn't even have it. So I need to actually check that out, because I wasn't aware of that. Oh no, are you gonna be doing the whole presents thing again? Yeah, like, you gotta think, girl, you're crazy. The presents was not it. So, Heavyweight originally was gonna have multiple DLCs, but they were all canceled except for the first one was made and the rest were canceled so they could add the move controls into Heavy Wayne. So there was only ever one DLC, and she goes to some guy, some taxidermy guy's house or something. It takes place before the game. Because obviously, you know, if you played Heavy Wayne, there's not really anything you can do to continue the storyline. So, the idea is the DLCs were going to be investigating the killer, the origami killer still. So, that was the idea. To be honest, it wasn't really necessarily much of a good idea. Because, I mean, really, the DLCs weren't going to really add anything to the overarching main story, so I'll force the opportunity to get some insight, possibly. Just act natural. No, you should answer it. Because she's in the perfect position to learn all kinds of things right now. She's in the perfect position. She could get into contact with any of the people who might have anything to do with any of the stuff going on right now. Like, she is in the little perfect position to do stuff. It's just more of a matter of will she get that opportunity? But yeah, I never played the DLC, but apparently it's on the director's cut disc. So I did not know that. So I want to look into that. So hopefully this will be a porn call. Ooh. Granny, yeah, I'll be going to school. Yep, yep. Sure. At 5 p.m. emergency. This one's gonna be a tricky situation. See, if you tell him, you risk your cover opportunity being blown. No. Playing as both will be too complicated. As much as it sucks to make people who actually know you feel for your life, if you want... Let's think of this logically from... If she wants to really have a shot at trying to figure out what's going on in the village, it's best to just let her be demoned away and fake being her sister. Taking over the house gives her full power to potentially gain all the knowledge she would want. I feel miserable. No, you can't do that. You're not going to be able to fake your sister then. You have to come up with an excuse. Uh-oh. And now they're not. But... Yeah. You're in deep doo-doo, lady. Oh, no. Why would you do that? No. No, I don't think this is a good idea. Yeah, I regret it now, but it's too late, so let's go with it. But you're literally killing me. You're on your own. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're abandoned. But again, you're in a good position. You can just say you demoned her away last night and everything. Fake being your sister or take control of the house. Like, she's in a perfect position. If nobody explores the torture chamber on their property regularly, she's in the perfect position of literally taking over the whole family with no one really knowing. But see, here's the thing though. We gotta think more deeper in the theory I'm going on. If they never switch back, and indeed the remaining events of this point was the twin sister during chapter 2, then that meant the excuse of the mayor, the priest, all of them vanishing was a lie. Because think about it. We have to think there's new motives now. She's out for vengeance. So the excuse of punishing them because of the padlock might have made sense when we hold in chapter 2, but from her perspective, it's probably just pure vengeance and hatred for the families and the course and just wanting to find out shit. Exactly. Fit the role and figure the mystery. You're in literally the most perfect situation that I could imagine literally anyone has no ability to be in. Okay, so she did dump the body. Standing in one spot. Stop thinking your options are low. It's seriously, she's in the perfect position. She is. Exactly. Keep going. You could even make this all work in your favor. Exactly. Think about the opportunity you're in. Yes. Exactly. It'll work in your favor now. No. Now it's time for your greatest act ever. Wait, yes, this happened in chapter 2. Oh my goodness. It's literally happening like chapter 2. I'm pretty sure I nimble. Oh yeah, we didn't actually check out the MC's original. You got a little bit of a pointy chin there. It doesn't look at like, I mean, technically all the characters in the OG artwork does, but I don't know. There's something about like that slant there that looks a little bit more flat. Yeah, honestly, I don't really like how the guys look in the OG art. Like, I get how the girls look; they have a very cutesy look to them, but like, I don't like how the guys have looked in their OG look. I don't know. I don't think it works with them as well, in my opinion. Hmm. I seem to remember that line too. What's one? Child, it was a long night. People were dead too. Yeah, you can use it as an excuse for any oddities. Exactly. So that's why you did the phone calls. The lab Billy. Bam. So this is setting up the final official meeting then. Exactly. Ah, when Nimble, the creepy moment where she. So was she trying to be creepy to try and get him to be aware of it then? So I think it's probably official then. It's safe to say they didn't swap each other. So that. Oh man, this is gonna get so fucked up then. Uh oh. Oh, it is happening the same. Oh, fuck. Wow, so mean. So mean. Wait. So wait. If she was faking the whole time for the rest of chapter 2, then that would mean maybe the village didn't overall know about as much as we thought. I mean, it's clear the families know, but maybe the entire village doesn't quite know as much as the MC thought. This is so interesting, seeing this so differently through someone else's eyes. It goes to show you how drastically different a situation could really be. So now he'll be more defensive. We're perfect twins. It's a whole notebook of madness at this point. Hmm. Yeah, so she's probably going to do the whole lab area meeting next. And then, yeah, this, I'm pretty sure, led into the lab area thing, if I remember correctly. So at some point, I imagine she tells the police that she got demoned away. A motorcycle. This is going to be a little interesting too. A different perspective of many, many events. Yeah, she gone. Oh yeah, and the officer is gonna show up here. Sense of irony. Oh dear. Uh-oh. It's just happening so similarly to chapter 2. There's no way she got demoned away. She let herself be demoned away as identity. Yeah, in chapter 2, he mostly tailed the MC. I remember that line too. Uh-oh. He's doing that new old glance he's gone since what was that, chapter 3? Hmm. So it's like skadoodle. He is a lot trickier than he let on. Now, I'm going to be curious how he got the information that she was demon away. Because my best guess is she tells him herself as her sister. That would be my guess. He's got those shifty eyes. They first appeared in chapter 3. He didn't have them in chapter 1 or 2. Okay, so we'll continue the phone conversation. Man. Comes out. I wonder if he's clever enough to tell the difference between the two sisters. He never hinted at that in chapter 2, so... Now this should be interesting. This is going to be a very strange meeting. Turns out he's really their father and the only one who can successfully... Yeah, except their father is a Yakuza who they actually seen and talked to. Though we never got to see what he looks like. But they clearly have several interactions with their father, so... I don't think that's gonna fly. See, they switched at both, and that's why they want revenge. Well, she wants revenge because the person she loved got taken away. Left everything very vague. Ooh. Well, this will be interesting. The wheel. Oh, I don't know. Now it's time to see how much the village really knew about the storehouse. Don't want any mishaps. Oh, maybe we are going to be talking about something here. So, the question is, do they know about the storehouse? Play dumb or say what you really know? Okay, so they do indeed know about it. Well, maybe not. That could have been whole line. Time to flip the cards, though. Time to play the blame game, right? It was no mistake. So she's concluding someone in the council is definitely behind the course. So, the interesting thing is, they didn't know. If she had never told them, they wouldn't have even known. So, who told the hag that they broke in? The officer knew. That's the conversation he's having at the library right now. Telling him that he saw them go there. Hmm. She didn't bring up the lock. She's gonna bring up the lock. It is. It's 8 chapters. It's 8 chapters, so we're getting there. Well, I gotta say, so far, Chapter 5 is being really interesting in the perspective of Chapter 2. And I think I think what I predicted at the beginning of today's stream, I think is going to hold some actual truth to what's going on. At least in regards to what happened at the end of chapter 2 to a certain degree. I think my guess will be accurate. Yeah, she mentioned that. Don't know if it's true. I hope not. That's what Leo's opinion is. Which I thought was interesting at the time he mentioned it, because I was like, man, she's batshit crazy. But if everything going on happens like I'm thinking it will, then that means more likely that she didn't do anything in chapter 2 as it seemed. But more so. But we haven't yet to see that come to fruition yet. But considering how much she's still faking being all, it seems like that's going to be the case. So my best guess is she loses her mind by some point. She goes to the deep end of wanting this vengeance. Now, if she does murder all the people throughout what happened in chapter 2, right now it doesn't seem like the kind of mood to murder the male, but this should be the time he would vanish. So something's going to happen if things remain accurate to chapter 2. Oh, I mean, considering chapter 2's ending was fucked up, and this is giving us such a different perspective to all the events of chapter 2, I can only imagine the end is going to be even more fucked up. Even though it might reveal some answers to what happened at the end of chapter 2, I imagine it's just going to leave an even more fucked up impression at the same time. I imagine. I mean, after all, there's 3 more chapters still, so... Hmm. Leo says he can't wait to see me play Chapter 6. He's very excited about 6. So at this point, we've had 3 protagonists. We have the OG MC, we've had the detective, and now we've been playing as one of the side characters. So I don't know if we will be returning to the MC role, or if we're going to continue hopping to different characters' perspectives or lives. It's hard to say, but we'll see when we get there, obviously. But then why would he disappear tonight? I don't understand. I was so sure. Maybe my theory is wrong then. I thought maybe she was going to take the opportunity to get vengeance because of the head families. But now this is all getting tear-jerking, so now why would she want to do anything to him? Oh. Well. I guess I answered my own question. Well, I mean, I guess I was given the answer to my question. I guess she didn't expect that. Oh no. What if he talks about what, like, maybe he was involved with. She's prying into it. Ah, hey Leo, welcome. We're just getting to some interesting interaction with the uncle, the male. See, I was earlier thinking, well, maybe this isn't going to happen quite the same, and then he called her lovey-dovey daydream boyfriend scum. So it's like, oh, so now she has a reason to murder him. So whip in peace. So what's sounding like is, so Nimble, there were times where they said some people would sometimes know, like the old hag doesn't like something or someone, and somebody would just take care of it. I have a funny feeling the mayor is about getting ready to say something similar to that. Oh no, it's your real self's leaking out of your fake act here. And so down with the mail. So why after dealing with the mayo she called the MC? She faked about the father because she already knew. It's all being covered up. So yeah, it looks like it is gonna be playing out what I thought though. They never swap. She just slowly declines into madness and murders all of them. All out vengeance for her senpai. And you see, this is why you don't go with yanderes. Actually, when you think about it, yeah, she kind of is a yandere, isn't she? Like, she is. She's going the dark path of the yandere. She's murdering everyone. I don't look forward to our interaction with the children. It's going to be brutal and sad. Somebody just decides and goes with it. Yeah, so she just let people do whatever. But then, this still leads to, how did the little priest girl knew all the victims? That's still up in the air. And there's still so many strange paranormal things that aren't explained. Ugh. Anyone could. So how are you doing today, Leo? You said you had an interview today, right? No Amazon One for today? You think you figured out how it worked. Ah. Oh, the interview was yesterday. So you're just having a chill day then, huh? It's a chill day. Yeah, believe me, that's not fun. I can tell you from, experience that's not fun. Not fun experience. So, the bonds are obviously a condition. And then thus, just wait for the opportunity and then BAM! So there's no crack team that takes from whole she's basically saying there isn't a crack team that like go after targets and shit. It's just whoever's like, look, there's that person nobody likes, and a convenient time to get a knife in the back. Yeah, time to walk away. I'm concerned about that boy. I'm concerned about that couple. I'm concerned. The whole town is being concealed. So now you just have to wait for someone else to try and kill him. Oh, this is the part where he got pissed off. Yeah, see, this is the part where he got pissed off and yelled at her. Wow. Whew, man, I can tell you. She really just became such an awful person. man, that's a whiskey bluff though. And she starts the whole search. It's still whiskey, because if he took the bluff, then, ooh, she gonna have to come up with a good excuse then. And she just did a giant fake search. So she hasn't actually killed him yet. Ooh. Oh dear. No sleep till Brooklyn? What? What? I'm confused. So basically he's hanging in the air. If I'm understanding, he's wearing a leather collar with a chain which is strapped tightly around his neck to the collar's chain was a pulley attached to the ceiling and the chain pulling him up towards it. So he's hanging off the ceiling. Sleep deprived? Aren't we all sleep deprived though? I'm sleep deprived. You're just jealous it's the what? I don't get it. Ooh, this is probably what's gonna get him killed. He tells the truth and she can't stand it. She executes him. I really don't. Oh no! It's like, what do you think happened? Do you think he just got sent away? Or do you think he's dead? I don't think she's gonna... Oh, man. She's gonna rampage all these fucking people. I mean, at this point, I don't think, like, anyone is gonna have any doubt about the thought process that I've already gone at this point. I think anyone at this point is gonna come to the conclusion that they probably remain this way for the rest of Chapter 2. They will post a jump in now? Like, the jump in the well? I wouldn't jump in the well. Uh-huh. So he's just going with that. Post to finish the line. Aw. You disappointed them. Yeah, I just want information. I just want to know. I don't think Danaki knew about your name change, to be honest. Just wants information. I'll answer you. I'll answer anything. Please, give me a chance. I just want to breathe, please. I don't want to die. Please, please, don't pull the pulley. Anything but the pulley. Please, please, brain, think of something. Brain. He's just going with the police story. Wait, wasn't that kept a secret, though? why would she hire a decoy if they murdered him? That's the thing, it doesn't make sense. Like, if they murdered him, what would be the point in covering it? Maybe. Leave the town alone? I guess that could make sense. Bam. That makes a lot more sense. Well, I mean, if you pay someone enough money to take care of a family or something, some people might take up the bet. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think he's going to live much longer at this rate. I mean, he clearly gets the idea that he needs to not speak ill of the boy no more. Because I think he's very aware on how much of a loose thread he's on. Hmm. She really was holding out hope that he was alive. But, yeah. So that means he's probably at the bottom of the well then. Just like at the end of chapter 2. So she's gonna spend the rest of this trying to figure out who specifically carried it out. And that means he's down now. Oh no, 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 this is what I was afraid of doing before. No, don't. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. Oof. No.